up next, it's a UFC welterweight division matchup. Well, there is no denying this man's striking credentials. Prevailing wisdom is he's going to try to keep this fight standing tonight.
He has to. You know, this is what got him to the show. It was being able to use the hands to set up the kicks. We all talk about the high-level boxing background of this young man, but as he's developed great knees.
Yeah.
He's developed great timing, great counter skills, and also the beautiful right high kick. The right high kick is something he hides very well as he follows with a jab, right hand, left hook. High kick comes over the top, and he can put you to sleep.
No doubt about it. He will try to put on a striking clinic once again here tonight. Well, this is exciting here, DC. The founder of Jeet Kune Do, one of the founding fathers, really, of mixed martial arts, Bruce Lee, is back in a big spot here tonight.
Bruce Lee is what every kid looked to when they thought about doing karate. Bruce Lee is the person that anyone looked at when they said, I want to be a fighter. It was the speed, it was the charisma, it was the approach of Bruce Lee that made him so special. And tonight, he's gonna look to show a new generation of fighters exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And if you hear the phrase, drillers make killers, right? I mean, that was Bruce Lee in a nutshell. He felt like practice would make perfect. Nobody trained as hard as the great Bruce Lee. Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. So more than 10 years apart, these two fighters. Some differences in height and reach as well. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 162 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, Assassin. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
All right, commit to the rules of the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so lofty expectations for this matchup as round one gets underway. Seems to be a striking advantage on one side, but on the other, truly a fighter who can do it.
And that guy will usually have the advantage on paper. When you're a striker, at this guy's level, that will normally balance out whatever advantage the other guy has. Nice stupid punch.
All right, let's go. Lee gets caught by that straight punch. His defense has abandoned him tonight. Oh, spinning back fist out of nowhere. Just misses there with the left. Trying to inflict some damage here, but misses with the kick. Got clipped with the right hand. Just missing on the counter there. Ooh, and he caught the kick.
Left hand punch from the clinch.
Lee gets absolutely melted by that head kick. Circling to his right. And he connects there with a punch, so pretty good striking display by him thus far.
He throws everything so straight and so accurate.
Just a slip there. Oh, looked like he might have been in range, but misses with the kick. Couldn't have felt good as he lands the knee to the body. He's a tall fighter and is going to have the size advantage against most opposition in this division.
Ooh, big shot lands. Big body kick. Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
Gets the elbow up into the target.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's gonna shut your body off.
Well, he misses with the left punch there. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Lee.
Set up those low kicks. Right under the elbow, body kick lands.
And they separate. And now he's got the tie clinch.
Nice head kick.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down. Caught that kick there.
Lee gets touched by that kick to the body.
Don't back up. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Come on, man. Let's get that takedown. Score some points.
All right, lands a kick there. Pretty well done.
Really good accuracy landing that kick.
Big head kick. He'll engage in a single collar tie. Oh, that right hand is on point. Well, one got through. That kick was blocked. 20 seconds left.
Nice body kick right under the elbow. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Good job, guys.
All right, take a seat. Listen, I need you to stay a little bit more active, a little bit more movement. You can't wait on this guy, okay? All right, let us look back at some of the action from that previous round. DC punches in bunches.
I mean, over and over, he landed that big punch, and every time he landed it, he got the reaction that he was looking for. His opponent really did start to take notice every time he was loading that strike up.
All right, round 2 is now upon us. Pretty competitive first 5 minutes, I thought.
It's exactly what we expected. We expected when we saw this on the match sheet that these two guys would evenly match. Let's see who really takes control as we go into the second round.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. He blocks the shot.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. body kick lands. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into those strikes.
And he landed the right hand there. Oh, misses with the jab. Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
If his opponent does not change something, he will continue to throw the strike until he makes him stop throwing.
That strike blocked by Lee. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Oh, continuing to work the body to great effect.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Lee going for the body, targeting that area with the kick, but unable to. There as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Oh!
That was a jab.
Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Oh, the kickboxing chops on full display with that offering. Nicely done.
Beautiful kick landed by this man. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Oh, just out of range with that right hand. Lee gets tagged with that jab. Pretty good weapon for him tonight. Trying to establish that jab once again.
Nice punch lands over the top. Oh, hurt him.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to the target. So he'll continue to throw, and he'll continue to wear on his own gas tank. Nice punch lands.
Oh, he got that inside leg kick to the target there, DC. You don't want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. It starts to beat up the inside thigh. That is a technique you use to really slow down your opponent.
Was able to get that right hand over the top into the target. 20 seconds to go, round two.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He certainly has that part of his game going tonight.
He's a fantastic kickboxer, but tonight is the kicks that's leading the dance.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from those previous 5 minutes, DC, and no padding, no glove on that foot.
No glove, no padding, and look at the hip action when he throws those kicks. He's not only kicking just for feel, he's really trying to damage his opponent, and as the fight goes longer, you will start to see it taking effect.
All right, next round is underway, DC. We talked about his powerful kicks, how he attacks all sides of the body, the head, the legs. Pretty good start for him tonight.
That was so impressive to see. Someone...
Over the top, this fight's gonna be over.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
Let's keep it up.
Oh, man.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. Just missed with the left there.
Beautiful leg kick throw.
Throwing that jab, no good.
Good stick.
Oh, big roundhouse attempt, just misses. That could have been lights out. Wow, what a head kick. Oh, buckled him there. Beautiful shot to the body. Kick to the body by Lee.
That's a big strike right there.
Oh, high-level defense there. The hook shot is blocked by Lee. Lands flush with that right hand.
I mean, he's cutting down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks.
Just over 3 minutes now to go. Oh, nice strike landed there by Lee.
There's no give on that leg kick.
Back to the left hand now, unable to connect. Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up now. Oh, made good use of his size there as he lands the flush knee. And he lands a punch there. Pretty good connection by him.
Great connection. He's in a great flow right now.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Oh, he's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Knee to the body. Out of range with that one. How about that shin? Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent.
Oh, nice right hand counter.
That punch no good. Lee gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention.
Oh, big head.
Fight thus far. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon. Big kick lands.
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there. He blocks the punch. Lee going for the head kick. No dice.
Beautiful strike.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Lee going with the kick to the body, but unable to find the range. Right hook to the body. "15 seconds. Nice defense to block the elbow.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship round. All right, let us get you some highlights from that previous round, DC. And how about just the sheer volume of head kicks for him?
I don't know why this dude's energy bar isn't completely zapped. You can't throw that many head kicks over the course of a fight. But I guess if you're landing them, you might as well keep throwing.
You're losing the fight. You need to get yourself back in it. Shake yourself up. You need to stand off that stool, ready to go out there and win.
All right, next round is underway, and if you look at these two guys in between rounds, it looks like they've barely broken a sweat. Both with good resting heart rates, stamina still very high, and you just have to laud the efforts of these guys in training. Both men certainly noted cardio specialists, but incredible that they would have this much in the tank after 10-plus minutes of fighting. Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. And he lands yet another knee. And sometimes it pays to be the taller fighter, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
Well, he's got the kicking game going tonight. Lands another one there.
A beautiful kick, and all I can think of, better him than me. Oh, he's hurt.
All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're gonna sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand, jab, right hand, hook. That's 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit. Finish him off with the uppercut. That is your soda. I mean, come on, man, let this guy have the whole thing.
Sound defensively blocks the shot.
He loaded up on that right hand, too.
High cross, baby, high cross. Get on high cross.
Head off the center line, slips the punch.
Nice.
Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to...
Good strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Lee's head kick is blocked, so no damage inflicted there.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
So 3 minutes have flown off the fight clock there.
Nice leg
They
kick.
continue to exchange. Checks the leg kick. Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. He does not wind up on that kick, but he somehow is managing to land it with so much force.
Just misses with the jab. Well, you can feel that breeze octagon side after the swing and a miss by Lee. Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range.
Straight punch lands.
Under a minute now to go. All right, he engages in the single collar tie, immediately gets the underhook. And now he engages in a Muay Thai clinch, and I think a lot of people watching wonder how you can control an opponent like that. Hard to get out of.
It's very difficult to get out of. Look and notice how tight his elbows are as he's maneuvering and moving his opponent into positions where he can get off his strikes.
Nice punch there by Lee. 30 seconds now to go in the round.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. Oh! Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4. All right, that's the end of the round, and you see the cut on the cheek. That thing is getting downright nasty. It is getting worse here by the minute. And you got to wonder, to what extent does that impact him moving forward here in this fight? You at least have to ask the question. All right, let's check out some of the action from that previous round, DC, and what a display on the feet. Huge knockdown with that kick.
Yeah, he's a high-level striker. He throws these kicks to the body, he throws them low, but when he goes up top, he's very powerful, and he can end anybody's night. The toughness displayed by his opponent allowed him to stay in the fight, but he cannot take many more of those types of strikes.
Lands the right hand. Hook shot there looked pretty good, but blocked by the defense.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks. Punch over the top. Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Flush right hand is true. Oh, that's going to soften him up. Massive knee to the body. He throws the right hand there. And maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Going back to his patented kicks here, but unable to find the target there.
Good punch.
Throwing that jab now again, the fighter evades. 3 minutes now to go in the fight. All right, it's late in the fight now. I don't need to be a judge to tell you that he is clearly losing. What is a fighter's mentality when you know you need a finish or you're getting an L?
This is when you gotta go to the Nate Diaz mentality. Kill or be killed. You gotta throw everything at your opponent, because if this thing goes to the judges, you are not gonna win this fight. Nice punch there. Take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
Blocks that kick to the body. Just unable to quite find that range. Huge shot there, DC. I'm not sure how he stayed upright.
I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing shows and talks to your toughness.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start. Oh, he got him hurt bad!
All right, under 2 minutes now to decide this one. He missed with that jab attempt there. Just got a range with that strike. Whoa!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment.
That is it! And that'll do it!
He got him! Oh my goodness, what a fight.
Pinpoint strike to end this fight. It landed flush. I'm not even sure the opponent wholly saw it coming, and before he could recover, the referee was in to stop the fight. So a huge knockout victory for that fighter here tonight. All right, we'll take a look back at the highlights. You know we're going to find that nasty head kick somewhere in this highlight rip. Just an incredible result for him here tonight.
A very nice head kick to finish the fight, but don't ignore all the work he did with his hands, and give credit to the opponent. The opponent was in there every step of the way, and in order to get a fight of the night like he got tonight, both guys have to be willing to participate.
We set it inside the octagon for the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata is going to stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 37 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
Well, there will be no shutting that smile off tonight. The celebration is on as he gets a huge win by knockout tonight. I got to think there are a few better feelings in the world than walking into an octagon and candidly knocking another man out there.
Yeah, you shut a person's lights off, man. There's nothing like it. Now, I understand a lot of times you hope for the knockout, but he was never hopeful.